Welcome everyone. Glad to see you all again for our destination webinars. This is our 6th webinar, and from next week we're going to double up, as I mentioned briefly last week. So we're going to offer 2 webinars. One will be on a Tuesday and will be an experiential webinar. You should have all received the invitation, but I'm going to put again the link in the email I'll send you tomorrow with the recording. And then we're going to move this webinar to the Thursday instead of the Wednesday, so that you have, you don't have two days in a row. These webinar, these will continue to be the destination webinar, and the other one will be on the experiences, and it will be based on the 5 sentences. So, on the 5 senses. We're going to start with touch. Okay, but let's focus on this week webinar. Today we're going to talk about the Dolomites, but considering that many foreigners use the word Dolomites when referring to the entire Italian Alps, we are going to explore not just the Dolomites, but also the wider territory in northern Italy that goes from east to west, and that has all the beautiful mountain villages and alpine villages. We are only focusing on the summer months, which are the more popular probably for your markets. Our guest speaker today is Marco Virruso, hotel manager of Alpensuite Hotel, which is a stunning all-suite hotel in Madonna di Campiglio. But let's start, as usual, although we're not covering just one region, I'll stick to my 5 W's, so the why, where, what, when, and who of this destination. Why the Dolomites and why the Italian Alps? Well, one of the common peculiarities that we have seen during these webinars so far is how Italy offers great variety within very small distances. And this is true also if you're going to spend a summer holiday in the majestic scenery of the Alps. These mountains are perhaps at their most spectacular during the warmer season, when the snow-capped peaks and the green valleys below provide an amazing contrast and incredible views. Don't get me wrong, I do love the skiing and I love the mountains in the winter, but I think that in the summer the atmosphere is amazing, and I love walking, I love outdoors, and so I absolutely adore the Italian Alps. The Alps offer different ways to experience the mountain, and if you're looking for high peaks, then you can choose the Val d'Aosta region with the Mont Blanc Massif. If you're interested in wildlife and nature, then the Stelvio National Park is probably the best one for you. And if you're dreaming of breathtaking mountain panoramas, then the Dolomites offer the most dramatic landscapes in the world. But where are we? Okay, so this time my map is a little bit more complicated because we're not just looking at one region, but we're going to cover a different location in a wider territory. In fact, the entire mountain range covers a total distance of approximately 750 miles, and every single area has its particular allure. The Alps are divided into the Eastern Alps, which are bordering with Austria, the Central Alps, bordering with Switzerland, and the Western Alps, which are bordering partly with Switzerland and partly with France. We are going to start from the Dolomites, which are on the Eastern Alps, and then move anti-clockwise to the other areas. What I'll do to make it easier for you to identify where we are is I'll keep a map on the slide all the time so that you can see exactly in which region we are. In terms of airports, it really depends on which part of the Alps you're going to explore. So you can go to Venice, Bolzano, Milan, Turin, or in some cases, depending on where you're going, you may find Munich or Innsbruck close by. So there's a wide range of airports. What to do? Well, that's really is a destination that you can really find something if you want to just relax, if you want a more active holiday, or if you want something a little bit of a trail. Not only you will find wonderful hiking and walking trails, but you can also explore nature all around through cycling, horseback riding, golfing, mountain and rock climbing, river rafting, paragliding. So there's really something for everyone, not to mention all the lakeside water sport. But obviously, while you've been out all day, you also want to have something to relax. And so there are amazing spas. You can go shopping to discover the great local wines, arts and craft. There are delicious gourmet restaurants, or you may just want to sunbathe, enjoying the views and the sound of the cowbells and and just the views of the mountain peaks. So wherever your ideal mountain holiday looks like, you can find out the best place for you to be. So let's start with the Dolomites. So the Dolomites are the most popular part of the Italian Alps, bustling with natural beauty and diversity. And everyone is in love with this part of Italy, thanks to the variety offered by this holiday region, with majestic mountain peaks, an excellent cuisine, and of course, the warm welcome that meets you wherever you go. I mean, the people here in the mountains are so I'm so welcoming. They always have a smile and they always have a story to tell, and they are very, very happy to assist you with every request. There are many amazing villages in the Dolomites, some bigger than others, but all incredibly beautiful, both in winter and in summer. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to look at the most popular ones. And let's start with Cortina d'Ampezzo. So Cortina d'Ampezzo is located in the Veneto region at an elevation of approximately 4,000 feet above sea level. As you can see, it lies in a scenery of unmatched beauty, which has earned it the title of the Pearl of the Dolomites. And someone also called it the Queen of the Dolomites. The town has seduced jet setter and celebrities from all over the world, from sports, entertainment, and the film industry. And they keep on coming every year. But Cortina also offers a wide range of cultural and gastronomic experiences. There is like a cultural festival and plenty of activities to do. And while in the winter, the skiers can enjoy kilometers of slopes of the Dolomites super ski, the summer absolutely belongs to the hikers and the climbers, and to all those that want to enjoy shopping, great cuisine, and a little bit of people watching. Close to Cortina, rising on the border between the province of Belluno and the South Tyrol, you can find the three peaks of Lavaredo. This is one of my favorite pictures, and I absolutely adore these three peaks. They are just so beautiful. These are among the best known mountains in the Alps, and definitely the more photographed and represented on postcards and calendars. I mean, they're definitely Instagrammable for for everyone. As far as hiking goes, this is a quite relative easy hike. And in fact, the Tre Cime di Lavaredo, this is the Italian name, is great for kids. So if you're here on a family vacation and want to add a Dolomite hike to your itinerary, this is a great one to consider. The entire loop around the three peaks is about 6 miles long and is mostly flat. It circumnavigates the three pinnacles, and besides tourists and trekkers, these three peaks have always been a favorite destination for free climbers. Obviously, you need to be a little bit fearless to do that. These places take also an important, here in the summer, there is also an important mountain running competition, which is called Sud Tirol Corsa Tre Cime Alpin, which starts in Sesto and arrives here in the three peaks. So if your clients are runners, this is something quite special and quite unique to do. And we're now moving to Val Gardena and the beautiful town of Ortisei, which is in the Alto Adige region, at an elevation of approximately 4,000 feet above sea level. This charming village is an ideal starting point for excursion and also the venue of numerous cultural, musical, and sporting events during the summer season. And apart from being an absolutely beautiful village to explore, with lots of little shops, cafes, and nice restaurants, Ortisei offers countless hikes that start directly from the village itself. Plus, there's many opportunities for mountain bikers, from easy routes that offer fun and relaxation for beginners to the difficult tours challenging the expert bikers. And then we move to San Martino di Castrozza. So we're moving south towards the Val di Fiemme. San Martino di Castrozza is in Trentino and is approximately 4,800 feet above sea level. This small alpine town is surrounded by the majestic spectacle of the Pala di San Martino, which turns pink every day at sunset, and it's beautiful. If you're visiting in the summer, you can practice mountaineering, climbing on the many rock cliffs, mountain biking and hiking along the trail that start from the town and head for the nature reserve, like the one that leads to Passarolle. And I still remember one summer, I was there on holiday with friends, and we rented bikes, we put the bikes on the cable car and reached up to Passarolle, and then had amazing fun going downhill from Passarolle into town. It was amazing. It wasn't too difficult because obviously going uphill is quite tricky, but it was beautiful and I still remember it. You can also follow the routes of the Agility Forest Adventure Park and the Bike Arena and have fun with your kids in all the play areas. And in addition, you can also try to climb onto the Pala Plateau with the ski lift facilities that are open even in the summer season. And from there, you can see the entire valley at your feet. So as I'm saying, the Dolomites and the Italian Alps in general are not just for adults or for older kids, but I mean, children of every age will have plenty of fun. Back in the Alto Adige region, we visit the gorgeous Merano, which is at an elevation of approximately 1,000 feet above sea level. So this is quite low. This is a vibrant spa town, which is embraced by the Südtirol impressive mountains and blessed by an exceptionally mild and sunny climate. So that the snow-covered peaks of the glacier form a unique backdrops to the palm trees and exotic plants that you can see in the beautiful gardens in the old town. There are spacious parks, easy walking routes, botanical gardens and waterways, plus plenty of shops and restaurants in the medieval part of the town, and alongside the elegant Art Nouveau building. The cultural program here includes several high-end food and wine events, such as the Merano Spring Festival, the Grape Festival, the Merano Music Week, the Wine Festival, and probably the most known one, which is not in the summer, is in the winter, which is the Merano Christmas Market. And before leaving the Dolomites, we cannot miss Madonna di Campiglio, which is located in Val Rendena in Trentino, at an elevation of nearly 5,000 feet above sea level. Its position is perfect for those who enjoy excursion on foot, hikes, cycling, and mountain biking with over 450 kilometers of trails. Plus, you can go rafting and canyoning in the River Noce. I can tell you, I did it twice, and it was an amazing experience. And you should also visit at least one of the 5 lakes of glacial origin. This is in the photo, you can see one of those. And the most famous are Lago Gelato, Lago Ritorto, and Lago Nero. The landscape, as you can see, are postcard worthy, thanks to the beautiful backdrop of the Dolomiti del Brenta, the Brenta Dolomites, which provide the absolute perfect frame. For an excursion nearby, I would recommend you to visit Pinzolo and the waterfalls of Nardis and Valle Zinella, which are absolutely beautiful. We're gonna touch base about Madonna di Campiglio later with Marco and his hotel. So let's move forward. And we're now moving to Valtellina. So as you can see at the top, my map of Italy has changed because Valtellina is in Lombardy and goes from the north end of Lake Como to the Swiss mountain frontier to the north and the Orobie Alps to the south. Much of its steep flank is covered in vineyard, as you can see. And this is mostly Nebbiolo variety, Nebbiolo grape variety. You can skip the valley towns, but a tour to the hillside wine villages is absolutely worthwhile. You can follow the Strada del Vino, so the wine route, the wine road, where you can sample the DOC and DOCG wines of the territory, which can be tasted in the many little cellars along the way. You can also visit local producers and discover their tradition, and of course, sample all the local products. In fact, the Valtellina is an absolute paradise for those looking for food and wine experiences. And it is also famous for the apples. And a spring visit is never completed without a walk among the blossoming apple orchard, which are absolutely beautiful. While in the summer, you cannot miss a visit to the high mountain pastures where the great Valtellina cheeses are produced. But let's find out some of the best villages of the Valtellina. So passing through the Adamello Natural Park and moving north towards Switzerland, we find the beautiful village of Santa Caterina Valfurva. Here, the ski slopes are transformed into green trails where you can go hiking, walk in the countryside, sunbathe, or even speed down hillside on a mountain bike. The cable car from Santa Caterina town center take you up to nearly 9,000 feet above sea level in just a few minutes. And from here, you can walk along the World War I trails and still see structures and trenches that were built over 100 years ago. If you prefer a more relaxing holiday for the well-being of your body and mind, then you can indulge in some beauty treatments in one of the many local spas. Not far away is Bormio, which is still in Lombardy and has an elevation of approximately 4,000 feet above sea level. The village is surrounded by the imposing peak of the Retian Alp, several exceeding 10,000 feet in height, and nestled in the Stelvio National Park, which is the largest protected area of Italy and one of the largest in Europe. Excuse me. Here you can go on a hike or in search for some wild animals, or you can climb onto a bicycle or on horseback and challenge yourself with an epic climb or a dirt road. You will have the desire of being in direct contact with nature, because nature here is absolutely amazing. And you can also go fishing, climbing a rock wall, or trying the thrill and excitement of the ski trekking. And this is an activity that we can also organize in Madonna di Campiglio. Bormio is also famous for its thermal spa. So here you can relax in a hot tub, enjoy a beauty treatment or a massage. Lastly, in Bormio, you can pay a visit to the Broglio distilleries, home to the famous alpine liquor of this area. And I mean, you usually be able to bring home at least a small sample bottle. Very close to the border with Switzerland is the town of Livigno. We're still in Lombardy, so still in the Lombardy region, at an elevation of nearly 6,000 feet above sea level. Here, the prestigious high street and duty-free shopping experience combine with the surrounding pristine mountain landscape. And in fact, Livigno is very popular even for those that are, for example, staying in Bormio, because they go here for the day just to enjoy the duty-free shopping. As in all the other villages seen so far, Livigno is a paradise for those who enjoy holidays just at one with nature. So you can experience a moment of relaxation, breathing in the fresh air and enjoy the sun at high altitudes. It is also worth a visit to the Livigno Diary, where you can observe the stages of milk processing and taste the territory's genuine product. So here you will have a combination of cheeses and fresh milk and whipped cream and plenty of adult delicacies. Moving towards the northern part of Lake Como, the most adventurous of you cannot miss a visit to the so-called Ponte del Cielo, which is literally Sky Bridge. This is a 234-meter long pedestrian bridge suspended 140 meters above the valley floor below, which connects Campo Tartano and the Ventan pasture of Frasnino, both at an altitude of approximately 3,500 feet above sea level. It is the highest Tibetan bridge of Europe. It is suitable for all ages, so including children, and it offers visitors and hikers a unique panoramic views of the mountains of the Tartano Valley, the alpine pastures of Frasnino, and of the lower Valtellina down below until you reach the Lake Como. And we have now reached the last part of the Italian Alps, which is mainly in the Valle d'Aosta region. So this is a region of the highest European mountains, such as the Mont Blanc, Monte Rosa, the Matterhorn, and the Gran Paradiso. There is a river, the Dora Baltea, which flows through the valley, around which all the villages are built. The valley also includes several large sports centers like La Tuile, Champoluc, Cervinia, and Courmayeur, which was obviously very, very popular in the winter for winter sports and skiing competition, but are also amazingly beautiful in the summer months. So the first one that we see is Champoluc, which is at an elevation of over 5,000 feet above sea level, in a large sunny valley with a glacier backdrop that encloses it. It's a genuine alpine village at the foot of Monte Rosa. Rather than a typical overcrowded touristic resort, Champoluc is a cozy small town which really has a familiar and easy feeling, where people live all year round. The lift system also offers mountain bike transport and open access to the beautiful mountain bike trails in Gressoney, Champoluc, and Alagna. Hiking and trekking are absolutely amazing due to the incredible scenery that's around you. And basically taking the lift, you can connect to these three different areas. So you can spend hours and hours outdoor. And you can also enjoy a morning walk in one place, have lunch in another, and then maybe get a bombardino in the afternoon in the next one. So it's perfect. Not far is the village of Cervinia at an elevation of approximately 6,600 feet above sea level. And Cervinia is the alpine resort at the foot of the iconic Matterhorn. It's one of the few ski resorts that can afford and guarantee to ski even in summer on the Plateau Rosa Glacier at approximately 11,500 feet above sea level. The village is modern and the center almost only for pedestrians, which make it absolutely cozy and relaxing. However, it also changed into a lively cosmopolitan spot with visitors from all over the world. From the village, you start some beautiful scenic hiking trails like the Grande Balconata del Cervino that lead to Mount Cervino and Monte Rosa. Routes are well signed with the difficulties and times indicated on the signpost. So it's very, very easy to go around on hikes from here. You can spot local fauna like ibex, eagles, and marmots. But you can also stop by some beautiful lakes like this one, which is called the Blue Lake. It is located about 30 minutes from the center of Cervinia. And it is a small body of water surrounded by century-old large trees, fed by springs, and therefore always crystal clear, so that, as you can see, the Matterhorn reflects on it. And our last stop for today is Courmayeur, which is at an elevation of 4,000 feet above sea level. This is an old-fashioned but stylish town located at the foot of the Mont Blanc, which is the highest mountain in the Alps, and is crossed by the Dora-Balte River. With its enviable location, Courmayeur is an absolutely year-round mountain paradise. The resort has a traditional mountain feel with a pretty historical center framed by the mountains which surround it. It is lively and busy all through the summer month, when the cafes, bars, and restaurants spill out into the lovely summer sunshine. For the enthusiastic hiker and mountain biker, this area is absolutely second to none in terms of terrain, challenge, and variety. From Courmayeur, you can easily link up with many organized walks of different duration, and they can go from a half-day trip, a day trip, to a week-long trek, including multi-night trips with stopover in mountain refuge, mountain huts, that will give you a real sense of mountain life. So, I mean, for those hiking lovers, this is absolutely amazing. As usual, we're going to talk about food. So the food scene in these parts of Italy. Well, eating out on the mountain is probably one of the most treasured features. The local take the food and drink at least as seriously as the winter sports. You can take part in the so-called gourmet safaris, and in the Dolomites, there is the popular sommelier on the slope event, which has created a sort of a niche of his own, and is one of the and make the Dolomites considered as one of the Alps' most gastronomic region. In fact, there are Michelin star restaurants that all draw the inspiration from the area's unique cuisine, which is the Ladino kitchen, which offers a fabulous fusion of Austrian, Italian, and Alpine cooking. Perhaps the greatest pleasure is to be found dining in the many rifugi, or mountain huts, which are dotted around the mountains. Most of them offer stunning terraces from which to watch the light that changes to characteristic late afternoon pink on the peaks in front of you. And while you can, just sit there and enjoy some local food and some drinks. My favorite dishes, as usual, well, I have a passion for pasta dishes, and so definitely the canederli, which are the one on the left, which are balls of bread with speck, which is smoked prosciutto, and the pizzoccheri, which is the type of pasta on the right, which is made with buckwheat flour and served with cubes of potatoes, cabbage, and melted cheese. And no matter what the season is, absolutely an hot chocolate with whipped cream, which is a must in the mountain for me. And then in terms of wine, as we've seen, the Valtellina has a great offering with its wine route and the Nebbiolo grapes. But red wine drinkers visiting the Dolomites can also enjoy the rich flavors of the local Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cabernet Franc. While those who prefer the white variety will find Pinot Bianco, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, and also the Traminer, which is a blend that hails from Austria and is deliciously floral and extremely light-bodied. Aside from the wine, the Dolomites is also home to a distilled spirit which is called grappa, which is unique to Italy, and which is the one that you can see in this picture. Grappa is made from the solid remains of grapes that are left over from winemaking, primarily comprised of the skin, but also including the stem, seed, and yes, residue. The grappa is aged for 6 months in wooden casket, store another 6 months in airtight glass carboys, and then refined and bottled for consumption. It is very, very strong. You usually just have a very small glass of it, but is very nice, and it comes natural or in different flavors. And when you stop by these many little villages in the mountains, you have these shops that sell an absolutely incredible variety of grappas, from the plain one to the one with raspberries or blueberries, or there's even chocolate grappa. So there's something for everyone, absolutely, and for every taste. But now we have to leave the word to Marco. Marco, let me just unmute you. Here you are. Okay. Okay, so Marco will introduce you to the Alpen Suite Hotel in Madonna di Campiglio to learn about this beautiful hotel and all the many activities that you can organize there. Marco, I'm trying to unmute you, but it looks like it doesn't allow me. Okay, good.
Grazie, Chiara. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Marco. I'm hotel manager of Alpen Suite Hotel in Madonna di Campiglio, Italian lifestyle experience. I want to present you our hotel with some slides. So let's start and enjoy your tour. You're roaming the Dolomites, so the key points very important of our hotel is only suite, eco-friendly hotels, a team of professional employers. We have about 30 staff, 30 employers for 28 suites, large space for few guests, Italian food experience, guest-tailored beauty spa, parking place for every suite in our garage, private ski shuttle service, close to the town center, and the ski lift is about 300 meters of the center. Only 28 suites, so in this period I think a small hotel is good points. And is only suite. We have 4 categories of suite: suite classic, suite standard, suite classic, suite deluxe, and suite luxury. The most of suite are classic and deluxe. Is for that I want to introduce you these 2 suites. Suite classic is about 42 square meters. Is a 2 type of classic suite, is a Cavalieri and Elfi. Classic Cavalieri is perfect for 1 couple because it's open space of 42 square meters, perfect for 1 couple or maybe for the young children. Suite Elfi is the same superficie, but we have a sliding door with the living and the bedroom. So it's perfect for have more privacy, so if you're a teenager or 3 friends. Next is a suite deluxe, is more bigger, of the classics, about 45 square meters. All the suite deluxe are with a sliding door between night and living door, and it's possible interconnected with the other suite. We have double television, etc., etc. Next suite, next slide. Grazie, Chiara. Lovely atmosphere. So in the key points of the hotel is a large space for few guests. In this picture, you can see the lounge bar, or how it's possible to have some drinks, some every night different aperitif of the night. For the next slide, please. Unforgettable moments, especially every in the summer. In the winter, the fireplace is always open because the temperature is nice, and it's possible to have a special moment because it's every night live music with our singer from Madonna di Campillo. So it's a nice atmosphere. Social place. We have a lot of social place, like a bar with the tasty appetizer, but the place that the people loved is the picture number 3, is the cigar room, where it's possible to enjoy a good cigar with a good room or good grappa. The Cucina del Convivio. The Cucina del Convivio is the name of our restaurant with our chef Alessandro, is from Verona. They can wait every night. The people can come in our hotel, 70% is with the half board. So we have a menu different for 9 days. So if you come for 1 week, it's possible every night have a different menu. It's a local menu with the best of a product, the local producer. So in this picture, you can see some picture, the external, the big restaurant, our restaurant Convivio, and the picture number 3 is the restaurant La Stube, is typical from Trentino. So this picture is very small for a romantic dinner for the night. Only quality products, so it's a 5-star hotels. It's normal the food in Italy, in all the hotels, the food are good, but every night we take the best food for our guests. It's a local food and some Italian food. The wine is from Trentino, but we have also a wine list from all Italy and international wine list. The oasis of relaxation we have in the floor 2. We have a nice beauty and spa. It is possible to take your time for relaxed timing. It's open in the morning and in the night. It's possible to have private also in the night with make a reservation to the reception. Alpen wellness and beauty. So we have some possibility to have a treatment for her, for him, and teenager. We have a staff very professional for wait you for some massage or treatment. Next. So in this 4 picture is just for understand the hotels. The first is a team building, is a special zone where it's possible to have a meeting, have all some sport, to watch a sport with some events like a World Cup or other, or just to play card with the friend. The second picture is the kids room is in the floor -2. It's possible to entrance without reservation because it's open morning, afternoon, and night. The number 3 is our garage. It's important picture because the people can come with the car. It's possible to leave the car in the private car place, leave the car and use our our taxi free or go to walking. So ski room and in the winter time, and the bike room in the summertime for leave your bike. So I hope my presentation was very short, but I hope it was good. I'm happy. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, Chiara. And we wait in the Madonna di Campillo Alpen Suite Hotel.
We have a question from Ramfred for you. So he's asking if you have a certification for eco-friendly that you can recommend, or what do you do eco-friendly?
We have a certification. Okay, every night we have examined for this, and we have in the last January. So we use just product, local product. We have electricity in the throat. So we have a certification every night. We do.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll finish with a couple more slides, and then I'll open up to more questions if there's any. I'll just unmute you again, Marco. Okay, good. Okay, so when to go? Oh, wait, yeah. Sarah, I'll answer to that one in a second. So the best time to visit the Dolomites and the Alps in general is, the best time in the summer is between July and the first week of September, when the snow has melted completely and the hiking and biking trail are connected by buses that run more frequently. So if you want to use those buses, those private communal transportation, then those are the months where everything is available. April to June are less busy, but the temperature can be a little bit more cold, and in some areas there may be a risk of avalanche. So you have to be a little bit more careful at that time. As we've seen, skiing is possible in the Monte Rosa Glacier over the summer months. So if you have clients that, yes, they do enjoy the mountain in the summer, they do enjoy hiking, bike, and all those activities, but they also won't mind to try some ski in the glacier, then that's perfect. And if you consider that the Italian Alps have, on average, 300 sunny days out of 365, then you're probably going to find some amazing weather whenever you go. And who is it for? Well, the Dolomites are all about outdoor adventure, which is great for adults and children, as we have seen. For some downtime, you can just relax and sunbathe, enjoy the gorgeous sun, enjoy indoor activities such as cooking classes and wine tasting, visit the many villages, do a little bit of shopping. So there is something for every taste and from every age. And I would absolutely recommend the mountains in the summer for families, even with little children. Last time I was there, my kids were 14 months and 4 years old, and they absolutely loved it. And there was something for them to do, just running around free in all those lush vegetation and gardens. It was absolutely perfect for them. 2 more questions. I'll answer to that in a bit. Let me just finish with my last slide. Okay, so my usual tips. So the first one, I suggest spending at least 5, if not 10 days in the Dolomites or in any other area of the Italian Alps. And this is to be able to appreciate the beauty of the destination and have time to try some of the many activities which are on offer. Number 2, make sure, although the amount of activities available can be overwhelming, make sure you book in some time to just relax, visit some of the many alpine villages, and enjoy the delicious food. I mean, there's so much to do and so much to see that you don't want to squeeze in too much and then don't have time to enjoy the beauty of these alpine villages. Number 3, take at least one guided hike. And this is because the mountain guides, the trekking guides, they know so much about the area. And not only they will be able to tell you all about the story and the flora and the fauna, but they will be able to bring you to explore some hidden gems along the way, that nice mountain hut that you can't see, that is not on the map, and that only the local guides know. So I think that's absolutely something to try. If you're up for a trip, enjoy water rafting or zip lining, canyoning, or maybe something a little bit less adventurous, which is an helicopter ride to enjoy the views of the mountains and all those beautiful colors on the peaks. And last one, enjoy lunch in one of the mountain huts, or maybe in a working malga or in a dairy farm where you can taste the delicious cuisine, but also the local products. So now let me answer those few questions. Marco, I'm going to unmute you again. So Marco, Sarah is asking, can you hike directly from the hotel?
Sorry, Sarah, you can repeat, please, because the line is no good.
Can you hike directly from the hotel? So there are hiking trails that start directly from the hotel.
Yes.
Good, perfect, perfect. Any other questions? Okay, so thank you very much for taking part in this webinar. Again, it's been lovely to see you coming back every week. Next webinar, as I said, is not going to be on a Wednesday, but it's going to be on the Thursday. So we're talking about May the 28th. As you can see from the slide, I'm going to talk to you about what I call undiscovered Italy. So all those villages which are off the beaten path, which are not normally included in an itinerary, maybe just because they are a little bit far away from the usual route. But they are absolutely worth a visit, and there are so many all over Italy, and I've selected my favorites, those that I really think should be part of your client's itinerary if you're in the area, and that you should definitely go and visit next time you're in Italy. Here you can find, as usual, all our links, the Facebook page, the website, our LinkedIn page, our Facebook group. I'm going to prepare an itinerary for you about, it's probably going to be a 7 days itinerary in the Dolomites, so that, and then post it on the Facebook group so that you can have a look and you can have some ideas for your clients. And then don't forget on Tuesday, our experiential webinar about the sense of touch. We're going to do a very special dish, which can only be done, which can only be found in Sardinia. It's something sweet, very nice, and my colleague Miriam will introduce the webinar for you on Tuesday. I'll send you out again the link, and see you again next week. Thank you very much.